Good morning, YouTubers. This morning I want to do one on Julian Assange. Julian Assange has been in the Embassy of Ecuador, hiding out in the Embassy of Ecuador for 6 years, since 2012. Recently, they cut off his internet. They cut off his emails and phone calls, and now they're limiting visitors. So I'm wondering if Julian Assange is about to be kicked out of the embassy. I'll ask several questions. Number one, is Julian Assange about to be removed from his safe place in the Ecuadorian embassy, where he's been holed up for 6 years? He has not physically stepped outside of the embassy in 6 years. And we'll explore why that has happened very quickly. So, first question is he going to be physically kicked out of the embassy in the next, we'll say 90 days? Is he going to be kicked out of the embassy in the next 90 days? And we'll do just a simple spread. Yes. Wow. We can stop there. We could stop there. Okay, so the first question I asked is Julian Assange about to be kicked out of the Ecuadorian embassy in the next 90 days? The answer is yes. He's about to be kicked out of the embassy. The body tells us why. Okay, he's showing as an angel. He's trying to help people, but his reputation has soured, incubus succubus, and he's outstayed his welcome. 4-leaf clover. Let's add this up. 10 and 11, 21. So 21 is 6 hearts, which is karmic relationship. So even though he's a good man and a lot of people believe in what he's doing, he's outstayed his welcome. And on the bottom here, we have Fox. Fox is very clever. Fox has light hair or red hair. He has gray hair, which is white hair. The fox is red and white, red and gray. Anyway, the fox is very clever. The fox uses the situation. Yeah, so the underlying is yes, because of the underlying situation. So Ecuador now feels that it's in their best interest to kick him out of the embassy. So recently, Ecuador changed presidents, okay? And the new president, Lenin Moreno, called Assange a hacker, an inherited problem, and a stone in the shoe. When Ecuador granted Assange political asylum on August 16th, 2012, 6 years ago, the foreign minister Ricardo Patino said Ecuador believed the WikiLeaks founder's fear of persecution was legitimate and praised his dedicated defense of freedom of speech, freedom of expression in a speech in Quito. Since then, he's been one of the world's most high-profile fugitives. In May 2017, Sweden dropped its sexual assault allegations. Okay, let me give you a brief history of Assange, okay, because his rise and fall has been very interesting. In 2010, he was given the Sam Adams Award. He began WikiLeaks, which leaks deep state secrets, in 2006. Okay, he had a good run until 2010. He was given the Sam Adams Award. okay, which is a very distinction. Le Monde gave him the Reader's Choice Person of the Year award. That's a French magazine. Time gave him the Reader's Choice Award for Person of the Year. He was also Time's overall Person of the Year. He signed a deal for his autobiography worth $1.3 million. He was on a roll. And the Italian edition of Rolling Stone called him Rock Star of the Year. He announced in 2013 that he would run for the Australian Senate under the new WikiLeaks party. Okay, what happened? So the Fox right now, he recently released documents that came out in favor of Catalonian independence. Catalonia is part of Spain. They voted for independence, and he leaked the documents, and then Spain, in a great show of political oppression, arrested the Catalonian leader, the duly elected Catalonian leader. Okay, let's ask some more questions. There's some talk, okay, and this all went south for Julian Assange when he released evidence of the DNC, the Democratic National Committee, thwarting Bernie Sanders' efforts to become the front runner and the selection to run for president. Okay, he proved through a release of documents that they were playing dirty pool against their own people, against Bernie Sanders. Okay, so the Clintons did this. And I used to really like the Clintons. I really loved Bill Clinton. I thought he was a great president. But the more I study them, it seems that they are alleged to have committed 80 murders, 80 to 100 murders. The Clintons. They are implicated in the murder of 80 to 100 people, which is, wow, you know, that's not good. So anyway, one of the things they're talking about is giving him diplomatic immunity, okay, and then he can't be arrested. Will they give him diplomatic immunity? Okay, because the concern is the moment he walks out of the embassy, he'll be arrested. Will they assign him a diplomatic slot? And this angel could indicate that he will be assigned a diplomatic slot. Or it could be just their perception of him. Will he be assigned a diplomatic slot? Okay, so we get straight razor. Can you see that? Yes. We get straight razor, man, olive tree, and inheritance. So man is a good man. Here he shows as an angel. Here he shows as a good man. So Assange, he's a hero. He's a hero, and this is political oppression. And he's a good man. And this is the energy that the cards are picking up. They're picking him up as an angel and a good man. So straight razor, man, olive tree. Will he be given a diplomatic slot? 7 and 13. That adds 5 spades, which is roadblock. No, he won't. He's not going to be given a position of power or special protection by Ecuador. But he is now an Ecuadorian citizen. Okay. Will he be arrested for espionage by the United States and face extradition to the United States to face espionage charges? Okay, and prior to this, Sweden put out a warrant for his arrest for some alleged sexual offense, and I think that's total BS. As soon as the governments went sour on him, they started issuing search warrants. They started issuing arrest warrants for him. And he was arrested briefly, and then he sought asylum in the Ecuadorian embassy, which he received, and he is now an Ecuadorian citizen. So if he can get to Ecuador, if he can escape to Ecuador, he will be safe. He'll be safe from extradition. Okay, so will he be arrested by the United States and extradited to the United States? Finger of God, home. Wow, this is so interesting. Can you see that? Let's... Okay, so we have finger of God. Will they reach down and snatch him? Home, cross, 14, 18, 5 diamonds, which is Jacob's ladder goes all the way up into heaven, and roses. I think he's not going to be extradited and arrested. They can also smuggle him out of the embassy, okay, and put him on a plane. Okay, so the finger of God, so home is those close to you. So Ecuadorian officials, so he's married to Ecuador. Cross is a great marriage card. He's now an Ecuadorian citizen. And they can, as a gift, roses is a gift, they can reach down and take care of him and smuggle him out of the embassy and out of the hands of the United States and take him to Ecuador, where he'll be safe. Okay, he's safe in the Ecuadorian embassy. He will be safe in Ecuador. Unless they do a black op, you know, a dark op against him. Okay, will these governments of the world, will say the United States, will they assassinate him? Will they assassinate him? Because he's been such a problem for them. Because he's giving up the deep state secrets. And that's what he does as the founder of WikiLeaks. And we should pray for his safety. Because he's a freedom fighter. He fights for our freedoms as citizens. And he's against the globalist agenda. And he's against the deep state. Okay, will Assange be executed by the deep state? Will they kill him? Will they assassinate him? Wow, we get the coffin. Okay, so we have woman, coffin, Mercury, cornerstone, sending an assassin, maybe. Let's add this up. 13 and 12, 25, 7 hearts. That is so hard. They may send a woman to do it, to get close to him. Mercury is a message or sending someone. Coffin is death. Cornerstone, 13 and 12, 25, which is 7 hearts. I do think they're trying to assassinate him. They've got a woman in his situation. They've already sent a woman, a female, to get close to him. It's not clear to me that they will succeed, but there's a woman in his situation very close to him who is tasked with killing him, assassinating him for the state. And I would note that there's another one happening right now, and his name is Tommy Robinson, was just arrested and suddenly jailed, and within 5 hours, because Tommy Robinson is talking about the rape of 1,400 children. He was reporting on the rape, the systematic, organized rape gangs operating in Britain who have raped 1,400 children. 1,400 British children. And he was reporting on that, and the state decided he was an enemy, and they didn't like what he was saying. And so they, within a period of 5 hours, they snatched him off the street, they arrested him, and they sentenced him to 13 months in prison, where it's likely he may be killed. Because he was sentenced to prison before for his viewpoints. These men are heroes. So anyway, and our democracy is in great danger. We need to, this globalism has to be destroyed, and we need to disaggregate as much as possible. Anyway, so let's recap. Okay, my first question was, will Julian Assange be removed from the embassy within 90 days? Yes. He's outstayed his welcome. He's a hero. He's an angel. But it's in the best interest of the Ecuadorian government at this time. They're currying favor with the United States, and they feel that this is to political advantage. There's a lot of bribes called, help to the governments. They send these governments billions of dollars, and a lot of that money ends up in the pockets of the presidents because they're corrupt. Okay, and Assange fights this deep state corruption. Okay, he's an angel. He fights this deep state. So he's about to be kicked out of the embassy within 90 days. The next question I asked, would Assange be given a position, a diplomatic position, okay, with like the UN, and then they can't arrest him anywhere? This is blocked. This adds to 5 spades. This is blocked. No, he's just a man, but he is a citizen of Ecuador. I asked, will he be arrested? Will he be arrested by the United States and charged and extradited for espionage to the United States when he steps out of the embassy? No, it looks like, because of his citizenship, it looks like Ecuador and some of their officials are going to reach down and smuggle him out and take care of him, okay, and get him to Ecuador. And finally, I asked where he can be safer. Okay, that's the other safe place on the planet for him is Ecuador. He's in the Ecuadorian embassy. The other safe place is Ecuador. Here, I asked, would they assassinate him? Because, I'm trying to lift the veil here. Does your government murder people? Yes. Your government murders people. Okay, I did a spread on John F. Kennedy. They murdered John F. Kennedy. I did a spread on Lady Di. They murdered Lady Diana. Is this your view of the government? Okay, this man is a hero. He's a freedom fighter. And Tommy Robinson is a hero. He fights for your freedom. Some of you may disagree with that. But I think you're misinformed. Anyway, so are they going to assassinate this man? Is the deep state going to assassinate him? Well, in the center we have death. They've sent a woman. They've tasked a woman who is very close to him in his environment with doing this. It's not clear to me that she will succeed, but there is somebody on the case, and it's a woman who is very close to him and in his situation. He's a very clever man. He's a very smart man, Julian Assange. So hopefully he will overcome and he will survive. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination and Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. You can find the book worldwide on Amazon in both Kindle and paperback versions. You can buy the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. You can join us on Facebook.